Alrighty, so Killing Floor 3 has just released their second hotfix, and we are currently on version 1.0.0.6, and there's a few things I want to discuss. I've yet to really go through the full patch notes, well, I guess hotfix notes, because this isn't really a patch, but yeah, I'm going to go through it in this video. I'm going to cover some topics, and yeah, hope you stick around to the end. So, without further ado, let's get into the topic. So, we got Killing Floor 3 hotfix version that they're currently running on. We are actively investigating performance as a primary concern. Our goal is to implement fixes that address identified issues within upcoming hotfixes and releases, while ensuring that any optimization provide a consistent and stable gameplay experience through uh, thorough, yeah, it's definitely that word, testing and iteration. Alright, and this just released basically of me recording this video. I might be like an hour behind, but regardless, it just came out. Important notice here, free creds for item shop. To show appreciation for your patience as we release these hotfixes for more stable experience, we are granting all players a free 500 creds, which is the premium currency. These will be added to your account upon logging in after this update. So this is kind of huge, because that's half the battle pass, and if you level up the whole battle pass, supply pass, whatever you want to call it, you actually get enough to get the full battle pass. So right now, if you play the game and you buy to own, you bought this game, maybe you got it off Green Man Gaming, maybe you got it off Steam, Epic Game Store, whatever, you can get the battle pass completely for free by logging in right now, and then obviously like grinding out the whole I think 100 tiers, I want to say it is, but yeah, so it's kind of a huge W, because if you get enough from the pass, you basically, with this 500 free creds, if they keep the same cycle, you can always get the battle pass for free. So that's a little bit of a little hack here. You know, if they keep it so that you get 500 coins for, you know, getting to the 100 tiers on the pass for free, and then obviously with these 500, you're gonna have 500 left over. So I think this is kind of a huge, this is kind of a, like, maybe not huge, but this is kind of a sneaky way to, like, avoid ever needing to get a battle pass again in the game, like paying for the battle pass. So it's kind of huge. And then we got bug fixes, performance optimization, improved performance related to mask materials on foliage, optimized frame rate spikes related to Siren Scream shockwaves. Okay, that's interesting. I actually didn't know. I felt like I didn't really have screen issue or frame rate spikes when Siren Scream, but I'm glad this was fixed. Matchmaking resolved issues where players would get stuck infinitely searching for a match. This has happened a lot for me. Personally, this happens like probably once a day every time I play, like maybe once an hour. If players still encounter this, please let us know via our investigation thread here, so we can dive into remaining cases. So you can go to their forums via this link. Maybe I'll put it in the bottom of the description, I guess, of this video. But yeah, dedicated South African servers have been added to improve latency into this region. Pretty interesting. If you don't know, there's actually a South African champion defending the UFC. A little unrelated to Killing Floor, but, you know, hey, just saying, this could be the reasoning behind it. Anyways, improved matchmaking prioritization to better select regional services based on player connection location. Cool. Note, we are continuing to investigate solutions for the client in-game to game server connection latency issues, even when connected to the appropriate local region data center. That's cool. Addressed errors on servers in which clients remain connected to inactive server sessions. Addressed server stability issues that don't recover cleanly after termination. Interesting. Gameplay and UI corrected an issue where Impaler Attack VFX would improperly replicate and play infinite when parties split across the map. Interesting. Interesting. A little bit of a minor issue, I guess, but I don't know if I've actually encountered that. But visuals continue to improve the visuals behavior of shadow, incorrectly rendering on large Zeds. Okay, that's cool. That probably helps with performance. Fixed visual issue with Zeds affected by enfeebling incapacitation. All right, Hotfix 3 and Beyond preview. Okay, so this covers everything for Hotfix 2 from the looks of it. Seems like they fixed the infinite matchmaking thing. I've played a few games since the hotfix, not knowing that it was fixed. So I'm glad they fixed it. Infinite queue definitely hasn't happened for me in my last like hour or two of playing. Hotfix 3 and Beyond. Following Hotfix 2, the team is already working towards Hotfix 3 and Beyond. A short, non-exhaustive work in progress list of items being worked on. All items are subject to move as work continues. Includes overall performance and stability, UI improvements, VFX performance improvements, improved performance for when medic bags are on screen. That's interesting. I didn't even know that was a problem. Huh. I guess that makes sense because you're like throwing assets there. I hope they improve the thing where like when you're throwing the medic bag or an ammo bag, or even a trap, it kind of just floats to the ground. Anyone else experience that? Maybe it's just me. I don't know. I hope they fix that because that just feels like weird. Like there's no gravity to any of the equipment or tools, I guess. But yeah, improving client stability with a focus around certain hardware combinations, optimization to network traffic to reduce cases where players experience latency issues even when connected to the appropriate local region data center, fix for players ending up in seemingly desynced state from server with jittery movement even when connected to the appropriate local region data center. I've had this happen. It kind of makes if anyone's familiar with like maybe Arc, the way the servers work in Arc with like server lag, how it just feels desynced and you're sort of skipping around, or you watch other players, shit like that, kind of feels like that a lot of the time. Maybe not a lot of the time, but maybe like 30% to 50% of the time I have this encounterment in multiplayer. Most of my matches are in multiplayer, so that's probably why. Performance spikes, performance improvement for in-game resource load, reduce memory footprint on splatter maps, improve frame rate spikes caused by blood spatter, matchmaking issues including improved handling of players and servers that would end up in bad state, which would result in players being unable to matchmake, and other critical issues and improvements such as saving player data more often so impact of leaving matches early is minimalized. So basically saves your progress whenever you disconnect. I think that should be something they work on. That definitely is a thing considering how often the game crashes. Fix for dead headless Zeds that would show up when players joined in progress. This still happens, I think. So yeah, that's something they need to fix. You'll just see a Zed just constantly be in a death animation, just constantly doing a death animation, and you can just dismember them and watch their corpse do it. So, a little interesting there. Fix for holding sprint and running will not resume sprinting if you ADS and shoot for a few rounds. I think I've had that. Fix for more than 6 players being put into a game. I didn't know that was a thing. Hey, yo, make that a normal thing, you know? Having more than 6 players. I could maybe do that for like a weekly mutation, you know? 10-player difficulty. Hey, write this down, Tripwire. Just saying, write this down, all right? Put it on the sticky note. Fix for explosive rounds sometimes not working on clots and cysts. Interesting. Fix for ammo being consumed from the reserves instead of the primary magazines. I swear I've had this when I've been using some of the medic weapons and when I'm using some of the firebug weapons. I swear this happens. And I'm not actually running out of ammo and getting fucked up by Zeds and dying that way. Anyways, fix for gameplay inputs breaking, especially around throw, dosh, and melee gameplay. We're looking to help finding good replications of these events. Interesting. So this is probably them hinting at, yo, submit it to the forums, or like their Discord. Their Discord has an area where you can report bugs and shit like that. Improvements for medic darts tracking to the intended healing target. Please, Tripwire. I'm so tired of watching my teammates die. Brother, I'm the guy running the medic pistol in multiplayer matches as my secondary, no matter what perk I'm playing, just to heal my teammates. And when I see fucking Timmy Two Thumbs, alright, 1 HP, watching an Impaler run his ass down, and my medic darts are fucking shooting to the medic at full HP, I just want to put my head through the screen, you know? I feel so bad for the fucking Timmy Two Thumbs getting absolutely railed by the Impaler. This is like top 10 priorities in my opinion for like fixes on this list. That's my opinion. Anyways, fix for not being able to load profile or into a match when player has crafted a certain amount of mods and saved custom weapons. That's interesting. I didn't even know it was a thing. Fixed daily objectives not completing for some players. Haven't had that. Perk skill menu soft locking under some conditions. Ooh, that's not good. If that's like a common thing, they need to get on that. Defaulting frame cap to unlimited. Players will need to manually change or reset to default. Ooh, I don't like that. All right. Well, looks like you're gonna have to go set your frame rate, boys. All right. Well, I guess this is not yet implemented, but this is what they're going to be doing. Interesting. Anyways, thank you for your continued support and feedback. Please keep reporting issues to the forums for our team visibility and tracking. So overall, I think this is a big W. Now it's just a hotfix. It's not a patch. Would I've liked a patch to be implemented already? Of course. Would I've liked most of the bugs in the game to be fixed already? Like the server issues with all these like lag spikes and stuff like that throughout the game. Would I prefer the crashes to be 100% fixed? Of course, but these hot fixes are a great direction. Tripwire pretty much has kept consistent with their game in terms of trying to improve it over time, especially if we're taking into consideration what the beta back in February looked like. So from there, completely night and day changes. I'm glad they're still working on the game. This is a big W. There's still a lot of work that needs to be done in this game. You know, a lot of content needs to be added. A lot of content from previous things should be there. You know, I'm still kind of curious on why we're not able to move around after killing the boss, and we have to watch like a stiff sort of finish boss sort of animation, I guess the death animation, whatever. There's a lot of things that I want to see from the previous games added into Killing Floor 3, of course, but those are easy layups. But I'm curious the direction they're going to be going. Seems like they're probably targeting the actual update for October, late September, I'm assuming, with DJ Scully rearmament update, since that's going to be coming this fall, if no delays happen. But overall, W hotfix. And it seems like they're aware of a lot of the problems they need refixing. So I think this is good. But yeah, if you made it all the way to the end of the video, maybe put down in the comments the most requested thing that you want to be fixed in the game, maybe something you want to be added to the game. And yeah, if you're still wondering, maybe you're watching this video wondering if the game's worth coming back to yet, you know, after the second hotfix, I'd probably give it a little bit longer to come to the game, or maybe you drop the game because of the performance issues and everything like that. I'd probably just wait a little bit longer, maybe a couple more weeks, and we'll see what the next hotfix / patch will be. Yeah, that'd be my recommendation. Anyways, with all that being said, I want to thank you for watching, making it all the way to the end of this video, and as always, I hope you have a good day.